here to support you in your efforts to do this.
Thank you for coming this morning. So I want to begin my remarks by answering the question. Over the next few weeks, Venezuela is going to enter a period of suffering no nation in our hemisphere has confronted in modern history. As of today, Venezuela has about 6-7 days left of fuel supplies. This in the most oil-rich country in the world. And this is because they've destroyed the domestic production capacity. Venezuela is just a handful of days away from running out of basic staples, wheat and cornmeal and cooking oil. Again, because of complete and utter mismanagement. I assure you, none of the regime cronies are going to go hungry, but millions of Venezuelans will continue to grow hungry and exacerbated in a way we have not seen. I regret to report that the suffering people of Venezuela are about to experience the most dramatic shortages they have ever faced, the implications of which we cannot fully predict, but none of it is due to any of the actions taken by the United States up to this point. It is entirely the result of the fact that its leaders have stolen literally everything they can get their hands on and continue to do that to this very moment.
We're also making it clear that it is never too late to change. We will provide off-ramps. The Venezuelan people have the commitment of the United States government to work with them as they restore their democracy and rebuild the prosperity of their nation. First, we'll keep building the pressure on Nicolas Maduro. We're putting an end to his regime's use of PDVSA as a source of vast corruption. We've implemented sanctions that are cutting off vital sources of cash to this corrupt regime's pockets. We're applying the full weight of individual sanctions on Maduro's supporters and are revoking their own and their families' visas. We're working with the international community to freeze the regime's bank accounts across the globe.
I just want to briefly just recognize that we've been joined by Ambassador Vecchio, the legitimate ambassador of Venezuela. Is it the policy of the United States to seek a peaceful solution and transition to democracy?
Yes, it is.
And you spend 100% of your time in search of a peaceful transition to democracy?
That's correct.
What kind of sanctions are being contemplated?
We have sanctioned a number of financial institutions already, and we're going to expand the net. We have under consideration other institutions which I won't name because we don't want them to get advance notice, but there will be more sanctions on financial institutions that are carrying out the orders of the Maduro regime to steal funds from Venezuela and hide it all around the world.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and the ranking member for these hearings, and thank you to the witnesses for being here. Do either of you believe that a military solution led by the United States is a solution to this crisis?
It is certainly not desirable, and it is not the path the administration is taking.
Yeah.
Best way I can answer that is to say I have been part of absolutely no conversations whatsoever that have talked about military intervention.
Okay. Do you agree that any military intervention would need